I haven't met Andrea in a while, and I had so many comments actually asking, where's Andrea?
Really?
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
know, I had few clients like Kami is coming all the time, and I was like, "Oh, you're Andrea from the video." I was like, "I feel popular now."
So I've been working on these communities, Can you see how beautiful the community is? And I think communities, it's extremely important. I keep telling people, invest in communities. It will help in retaining the value. So you see these villas on the golf course. So open view, nothing blocking them, lot of privacy. It's really peaceful. So these kind of products are more of what I'm targeting. But you can tell me what your perspective on Damac, what's happening.
So first,
Yeah.
it's not like I'm selling Damac. I'm buying Damac.
Oh,
So I will be
congratulations.
myself an investor.
Congratulations.
Actually, no, it's for myself,
That's
but I
amazing.
choose this community. And why I choose this community? Because wherever you're gonna have as an option around you, it's gonna be small neighborhoods that we are comfortable and used to when it comes to Europeans, Australians, Americans. But in Dubai is different because we do have those organized neighborhoods. And if you have to choose the same unit in the same price, in the same size, doesn't matter if it's 10 minutes further or not, it will not make any difference from us. And anyway, we are driving all the time. But I will all the time choose a community because look how beautiful is this. It's organized. I'm choosing something in Gulf Gate, which is right in that direction, and I will have a golf course view.
That's so beautiful.
If I'm going to another neighborhood, I will be most probably blocked by another building, right?
No, for me, it's important that, see, a consultant will never buy, or an agent, or, will never buy a property they don't have complete faith in.
Yeah.
And so I think that really does matter. We were talking, let's start with the villas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because see, a lot of people are moving to Dubai, and so a lot of people are looking for. So, a very important factor, most of the villas that you see on the market are handing over 3 years later, 4 years later. There are very few villas that are launching. You can get a handover within 1 year.
Yes, true.
And one of these villas that I've seen them selling on the ready market for around what? 25, 30 million?
Even more, depends on which community.
Which
But yeah,
community?
in
But
our community right now, something on the golf course in a good size, it's above 25 million, goes up to 30 plus. And it's a small unit that doesn't have a basement, what we have right now on the market, and it's only 8,000 square feet.
and this particular Utopia that, I say I personally love Utopia. I'll tell you why. So correct me if I'm wrong. Utopia is not a cluster of villas. There are these pockets, these particular pockets in Damac Hills. Like if they find a nice pocket which is facing a golf course and they're able to sort of custom construct a villa, that's a Utopia. Now, I love products with a very limited supply, modern design, modern contemporary design, and the plot sizes.
The price sizes are quite good. Depends on the unit he's getting. We can go up to 12,000. We can go up to 15,000 for a
Standard.
unit.
12,000, 15,000 square foot, and
Yeah.
those on the ready market, you can go check on Dubizzle Property Finder. Because see, I've been house hunting for clients, especially I have a lot of clients now moving from the UK. I've got clients moving from the UK. I've got clients even, oh my god, US, Australia, these clients. So now from UK, it's more of immediate, like within the next 1 year. And from US and Australia, it's more like a 3 to 5 year plan.
That's mostly if you're taking in consideration the end user aspect.
Mhm.
But I do find it very interesting as a investment. We do have in Damac a lot of clients that are coming bulk. They will buy full floor in Riverside. We had two of them. They bought full building in Riverside. Then they will go Damac Islands. You miss Damac Islands. They got 10 units, 20 units, 30 units. Okay, 200 million, 1 billion, one investment in Damac. Now, if you're buying something that's easy for everyone around you to take it, right, as in his portfolio, then once you want to resell it, you are not special. But as an investor, I'm giving you a better leverage on the payment plan for the big units because it's normal. You're putting more money with me. So the payment plan from 80-20 in an apartment has to come 60-40 in a villa,
Correct.
which is very normal.
Correct.
I'm giving you the best plot in my community because I have the biggest unit, which is again normal, right?
Right.
As you said, the inventory is very limited. Now, you do have those clients that they're gonna come and you're gonna have a villa that's ready in 1 year, and it's very fancy and it's very convenient for them, right? But if you're going to a fresh community, what we had in the Damac Island, for us to start a community from zero, it takes around 4 years or even more. So, as an investor, you can wait and you can resell to the end user that you are speaking about that he's willing to wait maximum 1 year. The advantage to come in these communities in Damac Hills, that's a ready community. Even if you're an end user or an investor, I will still do a very fast delivery. Utopia gonna be ready in November 2026, which is 1.5 years from now. The payment plan is 60/40. So even if you're entering as an investor or as an end user, the payment plan is not aggressive.
Apart from Utopia, like let's say smaller town, and no smaller town Reading in 26, do you have something like that? Or
In 26, we have only Utopia as a villa. Townhouses, unfortunately, they are completely sold out from us. We still have something in Damac Lagoons, ready in 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom townhouses in Damac Lagoons only. Okay, that's a beautiful community that's under handover right now.
okay.
And we have some other plots also with big villas, again in the Damac Hills, ready in 2027.
Can we have breakfast?
Yeah.
We're going to sit over there. So that I understand. Let's sit down.
Show them the crowd.
Let's show them the crowd, and I want to understand because I think there's a market for this. Products that are getting ready in 2026, because so many people want to move to Dubai, and they want to live in Dubai. So I think we can talk about this today. The products being ready maybe in the next 1 year, maximum 1.5, 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
Very honest. If you are going to my competition, you can name them, no problem. How much you gonna pay per square foot for a townhouse?
Yeah, this is difficult. Not difficult.
Give me an average.
1,100. I can get 1,100 to 1,300.
You know how much is Utopia per square foot?
How much?
1,340. It's a mansion.
For ultra luxury, that's really good. For ultra luxury
It's a
mansion, that's really good.
mansion.
Yeah.
With elevator, with a basement, with steam, sauna, okay, with infinity pool on the golf course.
Can we see the villa?
We can see a show villa and I can see you the plot. I can show you the plot.
Okay. Okay, we'll go to the plot as well. But first, we'll have some breakfast so you understand the atmosphere, and then we'll go to the villa. So we're going to see the plots of Utopia, the one that we discussed.
I want to show you something first.
Sure.
We see the 3rd, 4th, and the 5th villa in a row.
Yeah.
They're almost ready. We have it in our system in 17 million only. All of them independent villas, big room, huge rooms, all of them on the golf course. 17 million.
Wow. Okay.
Eligible for mortgage.
Eligible for mortgage. I think that means up to 50%.
No, up to 80% because they're done.
Up to 80% mortgage for non-residents, and Damac themselves sponsors the mortgage.
No, I mean, we do have a department. There are some mortgage advisors, so we can facilitate the whole process with the banks and take the whole headache from the clients and the agents. Yeah, we can do that.
This is so nice. This is so nice. Yeah,
Right?
It is really nice.
I live in this community. I'm buying in this community because of this. It's peaceful. Can you hear the birds?
The birds, right? And so now look at this house, for example. Like,
So the first one is our show villa for Bel Air.
okay.
Then the second ones, some of them they already handed over. Some of them they're under the process of handing or for handover. Now, whatever we see here on my right, those are almost ready villas, eligible for mortgage, as I said, but none of them has a basement. Okay? They're just massive spaces. When I say massive spaces, the rooms are going more than 5 by 5, like huge spaces, okay? From 6 to 8 bedrooms. But on our left, where we see the constructions, actually we're gonna have Utopia. And that's the one with the basement. Having a basement means I have the elevator. Being on the golf course in a premium unit means I have an infinity pool on the golf course. Having a high-end product means I have a steam, sauna, I have a gym, I have
Like
a
the ones that
cinema.
we saw.
Yeah. But in the upgraded side as a finishes. Why? Because over there we are using Armani marble. What we saw before is
Armani
porcelain.
marble. What we saw was porcelain.
Yes.
And instead of, and that's what most of the villas actually use, porcelain.
Yeah.
They don't use marble. And I mean, very rarely they use marble.
I use marble in this category on the golf course, and as I told you, the price gonna be 1,340 dirham per square foot.
That's, I don't know. I'm confused. This video should be named communities or the best products of Damac. Shall we make best products of Damac?
Yeah, because I believe the villas are the best product that we ever had.
So I think, see, yesterday me and Andrea having a discussion. Top 3 products. So number one, definitely Utopia. Number 2 on the Billionaires Canal, the Billionaires Row.
So
Okay.
over there, we have 2 projects that you like. Either we're gonna stay in Cavalli Couture, which is right on the canal, still in Safa Park, and that's a high-end product only with penthouses, simplex, duplex, or the last discover yesterday,
Maritime City.
Safa One.
But okay, that's same Billionaires Row. That is same. Oh,
But
yeah.
this product,
yeah.
in 10 million, I give you the duplex with a private pool facing the water in 40 plus floor.
See, I think today we'll speak only about Utopia.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go to the canal.
Yeah.
Let's go to the canal.
Yeah.
It's like same how we're walking through here. Let's
do
walk,
the same
walk
now.
through the canal. And we'll show them, okay, Cipriani is selling at what price, Nobu is selling at what price. We'll go to the Four Seasons.
Let's do that.
Let's go, and then we'll explain the value to it. And then one day Maritime City.
Yeah.
I think these are the top 3 products of Damac, and this is a steal because if I tell you the ready values of, if this product is ready, the value it could potentially jump to, it's a phenomenal, and it's see, for anyone who's moving to Dubai, you can see the community. What are the amenities in this community?
So we have a fishing lake. We have several fishing lakes. We have a pool. We're gonna have a horse deck. We're gonna have several sport activities. That gonna be. I love this kind of things, right?
Right.
That gonna be football, cricket, volleyball, basketball, paddle, tennis, whatever you want.
Okay.
Our park is 1.8 kilometers long. Our golf course is the biggest golf course in the country. The number of amenities Damac has, you're gonna find in other 5 to 6 communities all put together from other developers, because we are known for that.
The 2 facilities I know that she didn't mention, there's actually a horse riding stable somewhere over here.
Yeah.
I've been to those horses 3 years ago.
It's right?
Yeah, it's so cute. It's so cute. And there is like a little beach setup that they've made.
Yeah, Malibu Beach. Malibu Beach.
I know.
said the pool.
You didn't see, you missed Malibu Beach. And so,
Plus the school, the preschools.
yeah.
I have 3 different supermarkets over here. I have Radisson inside.
Saudi German clinics. We saw the Saudi German clinics. So everything that a family could potentially need, everything is right in this community. I think the focus is on Utopia. Maybe at the end, I'll give a comparative of what are the potential products comparable, but the difference is that the handover is a lot later. And here you can get an immediate handover.
I want to get a little bit back to the handover part, because as I told you before, you have 2 different handovers. You're going with a normal like a community from scratch, and that was our example in the Damac Islands, which I'm very still pissed that you missed it. So we have over there, when we start a community from scratch, then it's true, you're gonna start in a 0 price,
Right,
okay? The first stage, but you have to wait a little bit more. So in the new communities, you have to wait around 4 years, which actually was the handover plan for the Damac Islands.
Okay.
If you're coming to a community that's already existing, then I can go to maximum 2 years till handover. Why? Because my whole infrastructure is already done here, so I don't need so much work to do behind, right? Now, if I'm going to your 2 type of clients, one you have the investor, one you have the end user, right? So we're gonna bring to Damac Hills both of the investor and end user, because Utopia gonna be ready in 1.5 years.
Right.
Or we're gonna take in a fresh community the investor who can have an exit, faster exit, but normally on luxurious product. Why? Because investor has the capacity to wait even 4 years. He doesn't have a problem, but he has the opportunity on high-end product to exit after 2 years, 2.5 years, because in that moment you have an end user looking for high-end product who's willing to wait 1 year, 1.5 years.
Correct.
So you can flip it. Does it make sense what I'm saying?
True. And just quickly, okay, I want to actually emphasize on a point. So Andrea bought in,
I'm buying. You see the orange building?
yeah, after
Right
that,
next to that.
that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gulf Gate.
So she bought in Golf Kit. So the interiors of Golf Kit are phenomenal, really beautiful building, right? So that actually takes me to Riverside. So now, initially, I was a bit hesitant to talk about Riverside because I'm like, 20 to 22,000 apartments hitting the market, and see, I found it very annoying when people were going to the Business Bay Canal and saying, hey, you know what, look at this, and imagine living over here, and it's not the same, it's a different product. But when Andrea mentioned, I told her, I keep learning from people. She mentioned, why did she buy? She's like, I love the community, I love Dubai as a place, I think the prices are rising, and at and this floor plan, see, for example, the size of a one bed over there was 750 square foot.
Yeah.
You know, most of the one beds nowadays are really small. I was actually discussing about a product where it didn't have a powder room. So this has a powder
We
room,
have a powder room and the working closet.
So nice floor plan, beautiful community, and the price point is actually, what the price per square? I didn't.
The price per square foot gonna be depends on the. If you're going in a high end unit, you're gonna be around 1,400. If you stay average, you're gonna be around 1,300, which is still good.
1,300, 1,400. So I think it is a product that I should add at least to comparative, because people should understand it depends on their objective, right? So maybe if they want a community living,
It's different, but it's all the time. Like people are coming to you because first they respect you. We had clients they bought just because they will blindly trust Zohaib, and we know that. Okay, we know a few of them. I will not say their names as usual, but we have those kind of clients, right? The thing is, when they are coming to me, I already have a due diligence for them.
correct.
Let's take Riverside. My average price is around 1 million, 1.1 million. Let's say 1.1 million. How many products do you have in Dubai with 1.1 million? A lot. Most of them probably with a post handover payment plan.
Correct.
But it's the way we are looking to our products. I'm giving you something in a community. But I'm not giving you something in a community just in a random place. I'm giving you something in Riverside, which is on Emirates Road, connecting me with the airport Maktoum in 7 to 10 minutes maximum. But who noticed that Riverside is surrounded by 3 communities from MR?
Oasis, Grand Polo,
Thank you.
and the Heights,
How many
and near the
buildings do you have
Expo, and near the
there?
Expo,
Thank you. How many buildings MR does? 0.
and Expo, the one bed is selling at 2.1 million. Imar is also selling close to 1.8 to 2 million for the
Thank
one
you.
bed.
Thank you.
2,200 dirham per square foot.
Okay?
Yeah.
You have my point. So actually, I'm buying in a community
Yeah.
who is close to Maktoum Airport, surrounded by MR, but part of the strategy 2030. Why the strategy 2040? Everyone speaks about Maktoum Airport going to be ready by 2029, 2030. Guys, that's the first phase of the Maktoum Airport. If someone dare to open the strategy of 2040, you're going to see the full completion of that Dubai South is 2040, and you keep saying, if one of your clients is asking me to buy something in that location, don't expect me to sell it fast because I need 10 years time to sell it, because it's a long way strategy.
Of course.
So right now, whatever is happening in Dubai South, including Maktoum Airport and the whole corridor between the water from Jebel Ali Port to the airport, gonna go up to 2040.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of MR, very close to Dubai land communities, which are done. The schools are done. The infrastructure is done. The hospitals are done. Some part of the strategy 2030.
Actually, for me, the fact that even Expo is right, I see not just Expo, and that particular road, if you keep going straight, it's Palm Jebel Ali on your,
Thank you.
and then this entire aviation city where all the air taxis and everything coming up from.
Thank
I need to do a very
See, it's a
detailed.
different
I
perspective.
need to do a very detailed video on Dubai South. Actually, it's been pending for a while.
See?
So to understand, because see, it's not fair if I don't study, then investors miss out on the opportunities, and I'm doing something. That's why I keep see. I trust Andrea that way. She really understands my. So she doesn't. She never sells me bullshit, because see, she's not a. She's also a very logical investor mindset person. She's done a lot of investments, back home. Even now she has her investment journey going on. So she has that investor mindset. That's why I trust Andrea when it comes to discussions.
It's something else that I love very much about Riverside, because I ask you how much competition you have on this price point, and I know you have a lot. When it comes to community, it's not so much, but you have to go deep into details. Promise me that. How many options you have in the city to buy a full floor of 7-8 units plus from 10 to 12 million?
So Andrea showed me one of the houses. It was like the floor plan was phenomenal. I can't show the house because it was under construction, and I don't have permission to shoot it. So the modern villas with full golf course view. So see, I love the product with Utopia, but you open my mind up to something else. See, the entire Dubai South. I need to make an entire series. The importance of Expo, the exhibitions going there, the aviation city, the fact that the Chinese invested almost 50% into the aviation city, Palm Jebel Ali, and what's going to happen, the fact that Riverside is in front of Oasis, and you have your country club. You know, it's among some very, very important projects. And that's what, like, for example, even this community is right next to Dubai Hills. Apart from singular transactions, when you take up something like, we get a whole floor for 10 million or a whole building for 100 million. Now, when Andrea discussed this, I have a lot of investors now coming in for purchasing full buildings. So what happens from places like Canada, UK, US, apart from, let's say, wealth funds or hedge funds, there are these syndicates. So there are a group of people. So Canada had this group of people who are looking to buy a building. I was just going to make a video. We have a full building for sale in Rush Johnson Marina. It's not in the market.
It's off plan already.
Ready.
Okay.
It's ready. But it's a bit more expensive.
Of course. But someone invested in that building of plan, because it will not be constructed in 10 minutes if you put the money now.
Correct. And he's making almost 100%.
Okay, thank you.
The person who bought the building is making 100% double the investment. And for a building, you can imagine the magnitude. With Damac, the most important thing with Damac is, I was just with a client from the UK. He said, with MR, the problem is that it's an 80-20 payment plan. It's a little more expensive for me. With Damac, the payment plan is a little more accessible. 60-40. Apart from that, Damac has his own mortgage team. So they help with the bank finances. So a whole building can be purchased somewhere around 100 million. So imagine the sort of discounts and the leverage and the rental returns that you can make when you make purchases like that, because you'll be buying it at -5.
Depends. That we can negotiate, but honestly, if you're buying a full building and if I give you 1% or 5% discount, it will not make any difference for you. I'm giving you the opportunity to buy a full building
stock
and control stock. Now, I told you something interesting before. Once I'm having a client, even in my community, in Riverside, and he's buying a full building, we may negotiate on branding the building on that, for them, right? We may negotiate on the price. Okay, the client can do successfully holidays home over there.
Yes.
So there are way extra advantages buying something like this.
I love the part of branding. So this is another thing that the syndicate wanted. In fact, even yesterday, this was from Canada. I had a group from Saudi. Now they own a portfolio of around 60 apartments here. And this is what they do. They purchase properties. They build their own brand of Airbnb. And so any property, let's say, I don't want to give the name of the company, but if you go to that particular brand's Airbnb or holiday home, the client or the end user knows it'll have a certain quality. They can trust the brand.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I'm giving you right now a plot in the middle of JVC, the best plot. You're going to build something as an investor. You're going to flip it. You're going to sell it to someone else who's doing holidays.
Okay.
Now, you do have an individual price of the building itself. But on top of that, you have to add a lot of extra costs,
Yeah.
which are going to amenities, which are going to infrastructure list. Even if you put only the pool and the gym, you still need to have the access towards the building.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct.
And you need to deal after that with the management team who are going to do the maintenance of the building from now till forever. If you are buying something in a community from a very good developer on the market who has a track on appreciation, amenities, everything you want, right? Then you have to pay 100 million and that's it. You don't need to do the access for the building.
Correct.
You don't need to do the amenities for the building. You don't need to do parts or anything. So I'm not giving you just the access to buy a building in Damac. I'm giving you the whole management around your building because you can access all the amenities you want. So once you're going to put it on Holidays Home, you're going to have an advantage compared to the other ones that you give them pool access, barbecue access, lagoon access, whatever you want, and activities which are free of charge.
And the most important, I think, see the fact that leverage, you can use almost 50% leverage when it comes to a developer like Damac. They offer that leverage positioning. What for this particular, for the floor and the building, I'll have to do a separate report, give all the numbers. But I think that was phenomenal. I think so. Today's video, it's revolving around.
I didn't mention the most important thing.
Okay.
In full buildings
Yeah.
or buildings
Yeah.
in Riverside, if you pay 30% now, your completion payment plan going to be 30%. If you pay 50 now, you pay 50% on completion. So actually, we can work also on a 50-50 payment plan.
Wow.
And that's different on the market, right? So, depends how serious you are. We can try to negotiate that for your clients. But we open possibilities.
Now actually, so I'm actually going towards, so this particular syndicate, they're buying something ready. So I need to go make this inspection report. So I was just heading towards that. And but this is amazing information, and I just need to process it. I think then so this video, the main highlights was this Utopia. And so villas, if someone is moving to Dubai and they need something to move in this year, like in 2025, 2026, 2027,
Bravo.
there are options with Damac. You can just call us and we'll give you the options. For full building and a floor, that's a complete separate Zoom call. That Zoom call probably is scheduled direct with me and we'll discuss all the numbers and the reports. And our next video will be on the Billionaires Row on the canal.
Let's do it. That's a different market.
That's a very interesting market.
Very luxurious units.
I've been wanting to do, because I think that section of Dubai is going to be the most ultra luxury section of Dubai, and that will be our next video, and a third will be Maritime City.
So when like someone says I'm an investor, it's like how much will you spend in the next year in Dubai? It's like 1 million, 2 million. No, that's not an investment. That's a goal. Someone who's coming, I want an investment, then they would invest in some units as apartments. They will invest in some townhouses, villas, and all the time they will buy something for themselves.
Right.
So if we are sitting and speaking about the product, it's not necessarily all the time, okay, everyone has to invest. No, I can make a very good portfolio in Damac. If you're a very good investor, for example, I can give you a big floor in Riverside or a small floor in Riverside. I can give you a mansion because it has a good leverage for the payment plan, right?
Yeah.
And I can give you a beautiful duplex or a penthouse in a very strategic location that I know you're going to enjoy for yourself.
DLD waiver?
We can work on that. That depends on the product, on the moment, and how serious is the client, and on me, of course.
So that's also fantastic. So imagine a DLD, imagine the flip when you do a DLD waiver.
We can work on that.
So I think that's a lot of information for today, right? And so if you have any questions, please feel free to mention below.
I forgot something.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
I need you and I want you to get more agents in your team. But only those agents who love Damac and they want to work in Damac and they want to come and work with me, because this year we're going to be again in the Germans Club.
Right.
So we need a good and big team for that.
100%.
So you promise me.
I promise I'm going to bring more agents.